DoubleAnyBusiness.com, the key to taking your business from its current level and doubling or tripling it in a timely manner every time. Business failure rates. According to the Small Business Administration, the old statistic that 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 5 years is erroneous. The actual stat is that 50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years. It's still an incredibly unforgiving stat if you ask me. Additionally, only 33% of small businesses survive the 10-year mark. A very scary statistic indeed. Following are the top 13 reasons most businesses fail. The number of reasons why most businesses fail is too numerous to mention, but suffice it to say that besides the lack of education and experience, the following are the main reasons we know to be factual. Reason number 1, confusion about the business owner's role. Regardless of whether you're a realtor, a lawyer, a contractor, or accountant, most business owners believe that they are simply a realtor, a lawyer, a contractor, or accountant, when that is the furthest thing from the truth. They are and should be, above all else, a marketer and the top salesperson for their company. Reason number 2, the real stats regarding market potential. One thing you cannot change regardless of your skill sets or your talent level is the fact that only 3% of people in any market are ready to do business with you right now. Case in point, let's say you were to go to a hypothetical stadium of 100,000 people and you ask the following questions. How many people are in the market for a new car? How many people are in the market for a new television? How many people are in the market for a chiropractor? How many people are looking for an accountant? How many people are in the market for a new mattress? How many people are in the market for a new home? Undoubtedly, what would happen is that roughly 3% of the people, or 3,000 people, would raise their hand. This is something that may be off a percentage point or two here or there, depending on the sample, but regardless of the industry, roughly 97% of the people in your market are not ready to buy your product or service. Tapping into the other 97% is the difference between a wildly successful business or a failing business. Tapping into that 97%, the meat of the market that most business owners miss out on, is as easy as creating a system with LinkBait. It's kind of similar to fishing, with bait, but LinkBait is an online tool that secures customers online. It gets their information for future marketing. LinkBait typically is educational content. It's usually in the form of like a free report or a free video or a video series that educates the suspect about your product or service and provides reasons why you should be the logical choice to do business. The system is simply a web page that has information on it that sells the free report for you with a compelling title that grabs their attention, complete with a web form that's tied to an autoresponder, which basically is software that automatically communicates with suspects, so the suspect can then fill out their name and email address so they can receive that said report, which then puts them into our marketing machine, giving us ample opportunity to sell them in the future when they are ready to do business, thereby maximizing our sales to the core of the market, the 97%. And for your information, a compelling title would be something like the top 7 things you must know prior to hiring the absolute best realtor in town, saving yourself major headaches and a fortune down the road. Reason number 3, most businesses are flawed from the very beginning. Most businesses are flawed from the very beginning because the owners don't have the experience to know how to set up systems that properly ensure their success. You can't hardly blame the average business owner that first sets out their shingle because they just graduated chiropractic school or law school and can't wait to apply their trade. They didn't get a degree in sales or marketing, which should be a prerequisite if you ask me, regardless of the industry that one finds themselves in. In order to be successful in today's fast-paced environment, due to the speed at which business is conducted online, an owner must know how to turn a suspect into a prospect into a customer, and a customer into a raving fan that purchases every product or service that you come to market with. Reason number 4, the ego complex explained. You see, most business owners, they're very egotistical, and when they are trying to convey what they do to a suspect or a prospect, what they do is they talk about themselves or their product or their service. These people could care less about you or your products or your services. Rather, they only care about what's in it for them. How will your product impact their lives in a positive manner? You should never make the mistake of talking technical jargon or pitching your product directly. Instead, speak of how your product or service will serve them and improve their well-being, or how you will save them money or you'll save them time. I mean, that is truly the only thing people care about, which is themselves. Never, ever, ever serve your ego. Serve your customers instead and their needs, and watch your cash register ring. Cha-ching. Reason number 5, not having a purchase or escalation or value ladder in place. A purchase escalation or value ladder is simply a set of products or services priced from free to high end. Many businesses don't have a value ladder, which is critical to success. Businesses that neglect this are simply shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, typically the lowest priced product you should have online is free so people could get to know you. Then you should step up to a $7 product, to a $19 product, and basically this is just information that you're selling to guide your suspects into your industry. Then your next product should cost like $50 to $100 or $250 to $500 and so on and so forth. You need to have options for your suspects, for your prospects, and your customers. And you need to ease them into your higher priced products and services. And what better way to do that than to offer them something of value for free to earn their trust? Reason number 6, crafting your sales offer. Another big reason businesses fail is due to the lack of being a wordsmith. I mean, let's face it, most business owners are not copywriters. Copywriting is a skill in and of itself, and it is critical to being able to convince suspects and prospects, as well as customers, why they should do business with you versus anyone else in your industry. When you have professional writing your sales copy, it gives you such an unfair advantage. In addition, crafting a sales message is hugely important. Having a reason for doing what you do versus other companies that simply exist and speak of themselves or their products or services gives you a huge leg up on your competitors. Reason number 7, dissecting your competitors. Most businesses don't know how to dissect their competition. The way to do this is to look at the largest competitors in your market. These are the people spending millions and millions of dollars to craft their sales offers, to learn the jargon and the speak of the customers, and to learn what their hot buttons are. And you do this by securing their brochures, their literature, their sales aids, their sales copy, anything you could get your hands on for whatever they deem a marketing campaign. I mean, there's a way to secure this information pretty cheaply, if not free, and create a universal template that's complete with swipe files that enables you to begin every single marketing campaign with the correct hot buttons, with the correct speak, the verbiage that you use. And this puts you so much further ahead of your competitors, it actually should be illegal. Now, this process ensures that your business becomes traffic worthy. Now, I pity business owners that don't know how to dissect their competitors, because they will always be playing second fiddle to you and your business. Reason number 8, buying media without having a traffic-worthy business. Now, the process of creating these templates and swipe files with the hot buttons and the jargon speak for your industry and knowing how to speak to that customer enables your business to be traffic-worthy. Being traffic-worthy simply means that you're ready to purchase media. One of the biggest mistakes companies make is running ads without their business being ready to convert those leads that come in. I have seen many a budget blown because business owners had no idea how to make their business traffic worthy or how to craft a compelling sales offer when placing their ads. With a traffic worthy business, you're putting your business in a position to make the most of your media buys. That's how you make the money. Reason number 9, lack of retargeting. Retargeting is the act of dropping a cookie or a pixel on a computer that has reached your sales page, but for whatever reason they didn't pull the trigger. This retargeting pixel then follows a person around the internet when they visit places like Google or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Home Depot or Lowe's or all of the news sites out there like Yahoo Business and Business.com, as well as tens of thousands of other sites around the web. Your ad pops up on the right side of those pages whenever they start searching, asking them to come back and complete their transaction for a discount. And what's great is you create graphics that were similar to the sales page that they were on, which reminds them of your sales page. So when the ad pops up, it's easily identifiable. And that's when they come back to your site to actually make the purchase. So, hey, I forgot about that. Hey, now I'm going to get a discount. Let me go back there and make the sale, or make the purchase, rather. So up until recently, retargeting was only reserved for Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 companies because it was cost prohibitive to set up the necessary infrastructure and the programming to do this. Now there are inexpensive platforms that can retarget customers for as little as 5 cents to 10 cents per pop-up, which now puts this amazing power in the hands of small business owners, which converts customers at a very high percentage. Businesses that don't take advantage of retargeting are automatically losing a good 15 to 20% of their sales and conversions. I don't know about you, but I don't want to lose 15 to 20% of my business. Reason number 10, lack of content marketing strategy. When businesses don't have a content marketing plan, they are missing the boat completely. In today's competitive environment, you must have an educational blog. While you don't have to be the one to write the content, you certainly need informative content that leads your suspects into a funnel where they then convert them into a prospect when they download your free report that gets them excited about what it is that your business does. That free report should then lead them to your autoresponder that then leads them back to the content on your blog and explains your product or service and how it works, and then sprinkled in between your copy is where you place an offer to buy your low-end product or service, and voila, you make a sale. You've converted a suspect into a customer smoothly and succinctly, and you didn't have to fight to get a customer. You educate them, and in the process, sold them very smoothly. You do this over and over again with all of your products and services by placing ads on places like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, and you send them to your content. And then, of course, sprinkled throughout your autoresponder, you send them to all these different properties that then forward them to your blog, to your content, which then does the selling for you in a unique and kind of a behind-the-scenes way. And they get the people back to your site, so your content gets consumed, and then sales, they're naturally made, and it's done on an automated basis. What's better than that, right? Reason number 11, you don't have any footprint online. When your business doesn't have exposure online, you have no footprint from where customers can go to learn about what it is that you do. Your initial footprint begins with your website, but immediately switches to local marketing, which is the act of posting your business name, your address, your phone number, and your business details on sites that are similar to the product or service that you offer. The more locations that you're found on, these locations are where your customers are hanging out, by the way, the higher Google places your business online when people are actually searching for what it is that you do. The larger your footprint, the higher you will be found in the results, and the more business you will earn on a natural basis. Reason number 12, lack of a social media strategy. Social media used to be a joke when it came to trying to transact business. Nothing could be further from the truth in today's business climate. Smart business owners now look to social media prior to any other marketing campaign due to the low cost and the high returns. Facebook not only is cheaper than advertising on Google, where you can get a customer for $1 sometimes, or many times I should say, it's much more targeted due to the crazy information that people post on Facebook about their life. I mean, they tell you everything about their life, right? But social media marketing has advanced to the point where it includes things like social listening, social influencing, social networking, and social selling. And most business owners have never even heard of these terms, much less how to effectively use and manage them. A proper social media strategy will put you that much further ahead of your competitors, bar none. And the final reason number 13, which is lack of conversion rate optimization and testing. Conversion rate optimization is simply the process by which you convert a higher number of people that visit your website. This is done through a host of tools. This process is about improving the decisions that you make regarding the traffic and the assets that you already deploy. You see, most business owners either have a structure problem or they have an offer problem, and they have no clue about funnel analysis, scroll tracking, eye tracking, split testing, personalization, web analytics, user surveys, or advanced segments. But for those of us that are in the know, not only do we know about these tools, we know how to use these tools so we can come up with a clear hypothesis that will improve conversions. For those that don't know about this, they will forever be playing catch up. The bottom line is that these 13 reasons are the most overlooked when it comes to creating a successful business in today's fast-paced economy. When you are in the know, these 13 things will fuel your business as opposed to hold you back. Lack of this education is what truly separates today's businesses from failure and massive success. But when all is said and done, DoubleAnyBusiness.com uses these 13 insights to ensure success with all of our clients, and hence the reason why we can double just about anybody's business. You are simply a click or call away from becoming our next success story. So pick up the phone and give us a call at 724-212-7545 and ask for Ed Connolly, or click the link below this video to begin your meteoric ride to success.